John Jerry about to check out 11 shortest WWE matches of 2023. This video is about WrestleMania. I'm not really sure what matches are going to be on this list, so you're about to hop into this video, see WrestleMania's list of the shortest WWE matches of 2023. Let's go.
2023 has been a year of drastic change for WWE, and
Yeah.
it's also seen some epic matches take place in the squared circle. Matches such as Gunther vs. Drew McIntyre vs. Sheamus at WrestleMania 39 and the Bloodline Civil War at Money in the Bank were all given appropriate
John
time
Cena
to make a
versus,
statement and leave a lasting impression on the fans. However,
what that dude name?
2023 is truly
Austin
been the year of
Creed,
short
Austin,
matches, with there being a considerable number of matches lasting
what's
under a
that
minute
dude
in length.
name?
These brief matches were either designed to highlight one specific wrestler, or they were drastically and somewhat negatively hindered by
John Cena WrestleMania match. I forgot the dude's name.
On this list relate to showdowns that
A-Town
have taken
down.
place on the main roster, so matches that took place on NXT programming aren't applicable. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 11 of the shortest WWE matches of
Or
2023.
John Cena versus Solo.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, WrestleMania.com.
Yeah.
Number 11, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya.
70
Night of
seconds?
Champions, 70
Yeah, that was a
seconds.
squash match.
One of the criticisms that have been directed towards Rhea Ripley's women's title reign is the lack of quality PLE matches. Ripley is presented as a top star in the women's division, yet throughout 2023, there's been nobody there to compete for a spot. And this means that most of her matches,
Not until
particularly
Becky
those on
comes
PLEs, have been
and destroys her at
incredibly
WrestleMania.
When Ripley defended against Natalya at Night of Champions event in May, it was a given that Ripley would retain, yet nobody could have anticipated Ripley to get the win in just 70 seconds. Ripley annihilated Natalya in the match, and there seemed like no reason why WWE couldn't give Rhea an extended match with one of the more talented women in the division. Number 10, JD McDonough vs. Dolph Ziggler,
60
May
seconds.
29th, 60 seconds. The two matches on WWE programming in 2023 lasted just 1 minute in length. The first of these was a match between JD McDonough and Dolph Ziggler. The match in May would have ended up in a double countout after McDonough viciously assaulted Ziggler on the outside. But the match is notable for being Ziggler's last WWE TV
He got
match
released.
before his release. The second match
That was back in May?
in at just 1 minute in length saw Rick Books defeat The Miz in February on Raw.
Okay,
This was
okay.
the portion of the year where The Miz wasn't on an extended losing streak, and the former
Yeah.
WWE champion was involved in several short matches to further his character arc. Number 9, LA Knight versus
Brett
Bryan
Jones.
Jones, a SmackDown January
Who is
20th,
Brett
58
Jones?
seconds. LA Knight also had a breakout year in 2023. He's gone from being a manager to main eventing a PLE against Roman Reigns. LA Knight has emerged as one of the top stars in the company, and it was in January when WWE began to take LA Knight seriously as a top star. LA Knight would enter into a feud with Bray Wyatt, and the build to this match saw LA pick up a number of wins on TV, including a victory that just took 58 seconds. LA defeated jobber Brent Jones in the aforementioned time, and it was great to see
DFT.
WWE bring back the classic concept of the squash match and attempt to get the talent over. Number 8, Piper Niven vs. Nikki Cross, Raw March 6, 55 seconds. But thankfully, 2023 was the year in which Triple H decided to drop the dreadful Doudrop name and persona.
Thank you.
Doudrop will revert to the Piper Niven name, and Niven has had a decent run in 2023, and a tag team partnership with Chelsea Green has received positive reviews from fans. Niven's push-up the card started to take shape in March, as she would be booked to completely squash the once credible Nikki Cross on Raw. It would take Niven just 55 seconds to win the match, and the quick match was a great showcase for Niven's powerhouse style that fans have become accustomed to in NXT UK. As for Cross, she had a bizarre 2023. Cross had mainly been used to put over the other women in the division, and the latest gimmick of her being in a trance isn't exactly lighting the world on fire. Number 7,
what's the story
Dolph
behind
Ziggler
it?
versus Omos, Raw March 6, 50 seconds.
Well, Omos been hit.
Omos has been
I ain't
given
been seeing
some
him.
huge matches in 2023. He's wrestled the likes of Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins on
True.
premium live events, and surprisingly, these matches were well received by fans. Omos shines when he's working with someone that has a talent to carry him, and Lesnar and Rollins fit the bill for this role perfectly. Omos has taken part in numerous squash matches on WWE TV throughout 2023, and in March on Raw, he squashed Dolph Ziggler in just 50 seconds. Although it was understandable why WWE booked the match in this way, it received vast criticism as some fans believed that WWE were continuing to misuse
Is that
Ziggler.
Mustafa?
Number 6, Omos versus Anthony Alanis, Raw May 1st,
Who?
49 seconds. Speaking of almost, another one of his squash matches took place on May 1st, and it lasted just 49 seconds. Omos would squash a local competitor known as Anthony Alanis, and the idea behind the squash was to get Omos ready for his Backlash match with Seth Rollins. As WWE enters into 2024, it'd be great to see Omos deliver longer matches on TV, as Omos has been on WWE.
He might win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal next year.
Formula has grown tiresome when it comes to
presentation. He been missing. He might be hurt.
Number 5, Bobby Lashley versus Mustafa Ali, Raw April 3rd, 40 seconds. The almighty Bobby Lashley has been open and honest regarding how much missing WrestleMania 39 impacted him. Lashley was initially booked to face Bray Wyatt, however, due to Wyatt being ill, Wyatt was pulled from the match.
Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt.
Unfortunately, there wasn't enough time to reposition Lashley, meaning that he was absent from the card entirely. The night after WrestleMania on Raw, WWE attempted to reposition Lashley as a threat, and the way they did this was by having Lashley destroy Mustafa Ali in a squash match. Lashley would make Ali submit to the Hurt Lock in just 40 seconds. This was infamously the Raw that had Vince McMahon made drastic creative alterations to. It was hardly a surprise that he wanted Lashley to look as strong as possible on the show. Number 4, Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross, Raw July
19 seconds.
19 seconds. The summer of 2023 saw WWE attempt to push Shayna Baszler up the card. Baszler would feud with Ronda Rousey in a feud which just so happened to be Rousey's final WWE feud before leaving the company. WWE attempted to make fans invested in the feud, yet there was just a lack of investment from the fans. The fans had grown tired of Rousey during her second run, and it had been a number of years since Baszler was a compelling character.
Ronda will never be as popular as she was when she first came in.
They would book Baszler to defeat Nikki Cross on Raw in just 19 seconds.
I don't know if it's her in general or just the booking, but when she first came in, she was white hot.
And the utter silence from the live crowd when Baszler defeated Cross was a clear indicator what WWE were doing simply wasn't working. Number 3, Cameron Grimes versus Baron Corbin at SmackDown May 12th, 7 seconds. One of the more underrated stars of 2023 has been Cameron Grimes. Grimes has only had a few chances to shine on WWE TV, yet when he's been given the spotlight, he's been able to deliver, and he's managed to connect with the audience. One of Grimes' highlights in 2023 saw him defeat Baron Corbin on SmackDown in 7 seconds. WWE likes to claim and market the match as lasting just 3 seconds, which simply wasn't the case. WWE's questionable timings aside, the match was a big moment for Grimes, and he received a huge pop upon securing the victory. As for Corbin, WWE had gone back to
in NXT.
His character in 2023, and his run in NXT has been excellent. Corbin remains one of the most consistently good in-ring talents WWE have, and it's easy to work out why WWE has so much faith in the talented star. Number 2, Bianca Belair versus Io Sky at SummerSlam 8 seconds.
That's because she cashed in.
Matches that feature a Money in the Bank cash-in are typically short, and Io Sky's cash-in at SummerSlam was no exception. Bianca Belair just won the women's title in a chaotic triple threat match, and this was the perfect opportunity for Sky to cash in and capture a singles title on the main roster. Sky winning the big one was well deserved, and she was exactly what the women's division on SmackDown needed at the time. It took Sky just 8 seconds to defeat Belair and capture the gold, and this is actually on the shorter side when it comes to Money in the Bank cash-ins, as they're usually around 30 seconds on average. And number 1, Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus,
5 seconds.
July 31st, 5 seconds.
That was a 5-second match.
One of the most disappointing storylines of 2023 was the feud between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch.
And you would think it would be so much better, because who the two are.
Questionable booking decisions and awkward initial chemistry between the two, the feud just failed to take off. When the two legends were booked to face off on the July 31st edition of Raw, Stratus would enter the ring, the bell would sound, and then after 5 seconds, Zoe Stark would interfere, ending the match in a DQ. And there were audible groans around the world with this finish, and it was yet another sign that the WWE's booking of the feud wasn't meeting the expectations of fans. This would ultimately end up being the shortest match of 2023, which is crazy when you consider the star power of the women involved. Thankfully, Stratus and Lynch would slowly but surely manage to put it together, and their match at Payback, which took place inside a steel cage, received widespread critical acclaim. The match is considered to be a match of the year contender by many, and some would even label it as one of the greatest women's matches in WWE history.
I agree.
11 of the shortest WWE matches of 2023.
Alright, y'all, great video, man. Let me know down below in the comments what y'all thought of my reaction to this video. Like, comment, subscribe. But till next time, I'm out. Peace.